Hello everyone, I'm Betsy Golden. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you five things you can use on your gel press plate. The first thing I wanted to kind of show you was just a tip when you get a gel press. That is, you're going to want to keep your clamshell because this is what helps keep your gel press the shape and you don't get bubbles and stuff on it. So don't ever get rid of this. But when you originally get a gel press, you are going to it's going to come with like 2 acetate sheets. Get rid of that because those will actually create bubbles and just keep everything in your clamshell. But you need to get rid of your acetate plates or else you will end up getting like bubbles and things. Now, I don't clean mine. Occasionally, I'll clean up for you here. Just because I'm going to do mine sideways so you can see, just because, you know, you guys kind of like to see, oh, well, how do you clean a gel press? So I will go ahead and clean it, but usually I like to keep it dirty. I think it's fun for the next play. So let's get on to the 5 ways that you can use a gel press plate, what you can use on it. I do have these listed down below if you're interested in anything that I'm using, but some of it you're going to be able to find around your house. So up first is a stencil. Stencils are probably one of the most common ways that you use a gel press plate. So what I like to do though is I like to go ahead and put a layer down first. So I'm going to use this Punk. This is a neon, something from the Neon line from Art by Marlene. And so just going to brayer that on out first. And I'm going to do 2 pulls with this. First is just to get this base down. So I'm going to pop that down first like this. And then I'm going to take my paper. I'm just using copy paper because left over from my classroom stuff I didn't use. Because I'm not going to be using this side. And really, after I get the paint on, I'm not going to even be able to see through this. And even if I do, I think it's kind of cool. I just can't let anything go to waste. So now I'm going to take that one, lift it on up. This is going to give your first type of stencil pull, which is really pretty. And then we're going to move on and I want to add on, I think I'm going to do some green up here and we'll do some pink down here because I don't know, I'm feeling weird. No rhyme, no reason. We're just gonna go with it. Then I'm gonna brayer this one out over my stencil. So I'm just kind of brayering that one out all over the stencil. I think I want to add some more because I'm not seeing much of that color. And with the gel press, kind of how it works is you don't really see the color. So that's okay. We're going to make it work. I might get brown because I'm mixing some secondary cool and warm tone. So be careful if you do this. All right, now there we go. I'm going to go ahead and pull that on through. There we go. Take that on off. Boom. We're going to lay another sheet down. And I'm going to brayer off the back of this one. And by doing this, cleans my brayer too. And I make sure that I have a nice connection between the gel press plate and my substrate. And then we're just going to pull this on off. And we're going to get a really cool grungy type print here. And you can kind of see that purple in where the stencil area originally was. So stencils on a gel press are great. Next up, I'm going to be using some rubber stamps. Now, rubber stamps are really great. I like these types. This one's a great one. It's called Circle Play and it's deep etched. That's why I prefer rubber over something like a clear mount. This one is a nice set too because it has a bunch of different types of shapes that you can actually put onto your gel press. And then this one is cute with the butterfly. I always like butterflies and such on my gel press. So I'm gonna use a little bit from each of these in this, so you can just kind of see how it all plays out here. So let me open up these are fresh stamps. Fresh stamps. Open these up. And I'm gonna start off first with my darker color. And I probably am gonna go ahead and just build color as I go, simply because I'm really in a dry environment and I don't want it to dry too much. And if it does, I need to be able to pop more color on, and I'll show you what to do if that happens and how you can lift. So I'm gonna start off with some dark color first, which is going to be my Funky. I'm just gonna place that down over here, right here. And that's a lot of paint actually. So I'm just gonna take a scratch piece of paper over here and brayer off some of this because I applied too much. So that's what you can do, is you can definitely brayer it off on the side until you get it to your liking. So the first one I'm gonna put down is going to be this one. I'm just gonna put that down in a couple different spots. Like that, and then I can just stamp it off to the side over here, because you will pick up some paint on it, right? Okay. And then from there, I think I'm gonna wanna pop down some fun little bit of this beautiful funky neon pink. This is a fun one. And again, just making sure that that's brayered off. So, and I think I'll do some boom chakalaka. I don't know. Don't repeat what I do at home, okay? I'm just being goofy. So there we go, there's that one. All right, so I'm gonna just pop on this right here, here. And I'm gonna take a couple of these, pop that on kind of all over the place. I kind of like to go off of the gel press from time to time. I think it's pleasing to the eye. And then I'm gonna pop on my paper. Let's see what kind of print we get. Pardon me. Allergies, man. All right, let's see what we get here with these rubber deep etch stamps. So my brayer is nice and cleaned off. Always keep a brayer on its back. Don't ever put it brayer side down, because you'll eventually flatten it and then it won't work so well and you will be sad. We don't want that. So there we go. So as you can tell, some of the stamps popped through, some did not. I'm gonna do this again, only this time I'm gonna work with all three of the colors at once just to do a better pull. But I'm not gonna edit this out because I think it's important that you can see. I'm not out anything other than a little bit of time, but you can definitely see that really pretty butterfly right there, some of the smaller stamps. So I just wanna go back through and give a little bit more variation in my color. So for this one, I'm actually going to use, I think I want to use the hot pink and the funky and the purple. So I'm just gonna put a couple dollops of that out, and then we will pop down some of this punk again. First, like so. And then I'm gonna pop in some of this hot pink, just in some spots. now I'm just gonna start to lay my stamps out. Just doing a couple different patterns here. Don't really care if they overlap or any of that. I'm just trying to get some different images down. And then paper, voila. Clean off my brayer, because that's how I do it. Right on the back, right? And if you don't lay your paper right, it's okay. You can trim it up. Trim it up later. The fun thing is just to get your gel press going first. Your pull first. I can't even talk, you guys. All right. And then voila. Look at all of that fun stuff right there. All of those beautiful images came through nice. Next up is found objects. You guys, go through your trash. If you've watched me for a while, you've seen me do this. Pull out those solo cups. Little ones, big ones. Bottle tops are great. I'm all big on the bubble wrap, the big, the small. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. And I don't clean it. Like, I'll use it time and time again, because sometimes you'll lift and get this, which is a lot of fun. So let's just put some color down first. I'm gonna do a little bit of this hot pink, and brayer that out a little bit first. And we'll do some of this glow. I love this glow. It's so pretty. I'm big on the neon, in case y'all didn't know. All right, and now I'm just gonna go through and just kind of pop on my found objects. And you can do, like, I love solo cups because you can do that, and then you can flip it over and do like the end on it, so you get a circle with a thicker line, right? And let me pop on this. And now we will pull our print. Now, found objects are like some of my very, very favorite ways to do a pull. I love, 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 love what these end up looking like when they're done. They're so cool. Check that out. Isn't that awesome? So pretty. And that was just with the found objects. All right, last but not least is what I like to call handmade masks. So all you're gonna do is just take a piece of, leftover paper that you have, and you're going to cut out shapes. So I'm just gonna cut like a circle. All right, a heart. That's a heart, not a circle. I cut out some random shapes, real freestyle. I kept it sloppy. I think that that's what's so fun with the gel press, is being able to keep it sloppy. First thing I'm gonna do though is I'm actually gonna lay down some color first, and I just wanna get a base going here. And then I'm gonna do a pull, and then I'm gonna go back and actually lay my colors out from there. So I'm just gonna lay down a light base. So I'm using this beautiful wow, and it is wow. And this is just gonna be my first pull here. And it's just gonna get a base of color down, because I don't want my mask to be totally white. And I even was able to pull up some from my residual, which is fun. So I love that. All right, so I have my base down. And now I'm just going to take my hand cut shapes that I did and pop them all around my gel press. What's great about this is they adhere nicely to this. So what I want to do from here is I'm going to take some of my funky, do some of that, and I'm going to do some punk down here, and I'm just going to brayer these out. I can even use those shapes later for something else if I want, huh? So, and then I'm going to remove my little shapes that I have going on here. Whoop. You kind of pinch. Okay, so you can't use the shapes again. But there. From there, now I'm going to take this, pop it back on. Oh, shoot. I touched before. I needed it to. It's okay. Now I'm going to pop this one back on and brayer it all out. Get a nice clean off the back of my brayer. Make sure it's stuck good to my gel press. Like that. And then voila. Now I have that print that's so cool. So you can see that beautiful wow underneath of it. And then I can just trim it up. That's a fun print. So last but not least, there's one other way that you can do this. We're gonna take another piece of paper, and this time we're gonna do kind of what we did before, only instead of using it as a mask, we're actually gonna use this space on the inside. So I'm just gonna take this, fold it in half, and cut a little heart in the middle. Well, a heart. Don't know how little it's gonna be. I'm just going to lay it down, making sure that the gel press is completely covered, and it is. And then from here, I'm just going to create in my heart. I'll pop down some boom first. And then I'm also going to pop in some hot pink. And I'm going to go ahead and just brayer this out. Now what's nice about this is if you get too much paint, you can just do that. Just brayer it out on the paper and the paper will kind of, you know, suck it up. Okay, so, and I'm kind of liking how that paper looks. And I want to put down some more boom over here, I think. And then I'm going to take my rubber stamp and my found image, or my found items, and pop that in. So I can do this there, that there, and then I'll just take that and that. Okay, now what I want to do is I actually am going to want to let this dry before I lift it. So I'm just going to take my brayer, all clean, brayered off, lift this, because I am left with that heart, and then I'm just gonna let it dry. And once it dries, we will do the next step. I think we are pretty much dry now. So what I wanna do is I just wanna take a lighter color. I'm gonna use Wow, and I am going to brayer it all over the whole thing so I can lift it. Once this Wow is set on top of my heart, it will actually pull it up just fine. So let me just brayer this on out. Make sure there's a good covering. About right. Let me take my paper, go ahead and pop this down once again, making sure that it's nice and adhered. There's something just kind of relaxing about rubbing your hand over a fresh piece of paper on a gel press. I like what it feels like too after I get that paint on it. I don't know, there's just something that's just therapeutic about it. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see what we got. So voila, there we go. All right, so that is 5 things you can use on your gel press. Maybe we can call them 5 different techniques. So working from back to forward, you can use a handmade mask and then use the center like that, and then that is your handmade mask one. Found objects, rubber cement, hot, I'm a teacher, rubber stamps, and then finally a stencil. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you are interested in anything I used, I do have it listed for you down below. If you have not subscribed to my channel and you like videos like this, please make sure you do, hitting that notification bell so you are notified every time I have a new video coming out for you. Questions or comments, leave them down below. Feel free to share this and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Until next time, I'm Bets Golden. Happy crafting.